Have you ever looked across the room at somebody and thought to yourself, that dude looks exactly like me? What in the world is going on? Having a lookalike, a doppelganger, a lost twin is really pretty funny, and a strange phenomenon that makes me wonder if parallel universes really exist. I wonder if there's another version of Hoop Reports out there, in an alternate dimension that's making soccer videos or something. Wouldn't that be weird? Anyway, it's not about me today. It never really is, unfortunately. Let me show you a few NBA players and their doppelgangers, lookalikes, long-lost twins, whatever you want to call it. We'll save the best here for later in the video, but let's get started right away. Klay Thompson, the beast of the Bay, the other Splash brother. We all knew he had a brother, Michael Thompson, who looks a lot like Klay. But what if I told you that we literally have someone who looks exactly like him? Meet Klay Thompson from the planet XY9.
The game's starting soon.
Thank you!
Yeah.
This guy literally looks exactly like number 11. I mean, he was dribbling like him, fans thought he was Klay, so they took photos with him. Heck, if I saw this guy, I'd take a picture immediately. Joe Lacob needs to sign this guy to the Warriors roster and have him be the backup while the real Klay Thompson is sidelined with injuries. I don't even care if he can't shoot like Klay. Just having him on the court might confuse the opposing teams and make them think twice when they try and double-team Steph Curry. Man, we could have used this dude this past season. Next off, let's look at another Warriors player, Andrew Wiggins. Now Andrew Wiggins, just like Klay Thompson, has brothers that do look like him, but the thing is, they only look a bit like him. What if there was someone who literally looks exactly like him? Look at this. Dude, Andrew Wiggins and Avery Johnson look so alike that Avery should just walk into a Wiggins family dinner sometime and say, "What's up, guys?" and sit down and start eating. If the other Wiggins were hungry enough, they probably wouldn't even notice. Next off, let's do the head coach of the Golden State Warriors, Steve Kerr. Now guys, Steve Kerr, when he got punched in the face by Michael Jordan, he got punched so hard that two doppelgangers were created from the impact. Are you kidding? Can you imagine having all three of them show up to a Warriors game, trying to coach? Draymond Green would probably get so distracted that he'd throw up another one of these shots.
Oh, still looking for Steph. Now Draymond's got it.
What did he do that for?
Draymond shot a three with...
Moving on. The other day I was scrolling around looking at some old shoot-around videos when I saw this. The dude bricked 11 shots in a row. So when I went ahead and looked a bit to try and figure out who it was, and when I saw his face, I literally gasped for air. And I thought to myself, what the heck happened to Kent Bazemore? Anyway, that's pretty weird. I hope Bazemore doesn't copy his twin and throw up bricks like that next year. Next up, so the other day, I just watched the movie Uncle Drew for the first time, and I gotta say, they did a fine job with all the makeup on Kyrie. He really does look 60 years older. Then I thought, what if LeBron James did a movie similar to Uncle Drew? You know, be a little older but still balling younger people off the court. That would be awesome, because first off, it'd be so easy to film. LeBron James wouldn't even have to be in the movie with makeup, because check this out. This dude here could literally play the Uncle Drew version of LeBron, and they wouldn't even have to use any makeup. Just get him a jersey, a headband, and you can literally start shooting the movie immediately. I hear this guy's a good actor too, so I'm sure he can mimic LeBron's way of talking immediately, and probably even better than LeBron's son.
You 15 years old, 6'2"? Hey! About 6'11" when you came out the womb, my boy.
Next off here, guys, I'm not sure if you guys watch football, but there's this dude, okay? He's called D'Angelo Hall. Take a good look at this dude. Does he remind you of anybody? Anyone at all? Okay, if you haven't gotten it yet, let me help you out a bit here. Now, who does he look like? That's right, this dude is literally James Harden, if you put a little facial hair on him. If this dude enters an NBA game, the refs would be pulling out their whistles immediately. Dang, I wonder if in football, if this dude gets lots of favorable calls from the referees. Anyway, I gotta keep moving on. Next off is Dwayne Wade, the Flash. The Flash, like in the comics, is known to have a lot of doppelgangers from alternate dimensions, and Dwayne Wade is no different. Check this out. If you trim this guy's hair to match Wade's cut, he might be able to walk into American Airlines Arena, where Wade used to dominate. He can probably walk straight up to Coach Spo and get a huge hug. and take some fan pictures with the audience, with no one realizing anything. Man, I really wish I was the doppelganger of an NBA superstar. I'd take full advantage of it and its benefits. Free games, free popcorn, maybe even free beer. Anyway, moving on. We got KD up next, Kevin Durant. We all know he's one of the best players on the planet, but do we know why? Well, let me tell you. It's because he's the ultimate student of the game. Not only does he study everything about being the greatest player, he actually studies everything about what it takes to be the greatest referee.
Hey, KD, what you on?
Kevin Durant's taken up a part-time job as a ref during the offseason to learn what they look for when they call fouls, because, heck, Durant wants to learn how Giannis gets to the line like 20 or 30 times a game. Guys, in all seriousness, look at this dude. This dude is the spitting image, a mere reflection of KD. Next off, we have one of KD's teammates, Kyrie Irving. Look at this. Doesn't this guy look exactly like an older version of Kyrie? Ah, some of y'all may have busted me. That is Kyrie with makeup. But check this out. I bet you didn't know Kyrie plays soccer. That is literally Kyrie from another dimension, where instead of basketball, he chose to take his talents to the soccer field and play some classic European football. This dude looks so much like Kyrie that when Kyrie disappears from the NBA with his numerous excuses, they can just put a Nets uniform on this guy and insert him into the game. If they did though, this guy might just kick the ball instead of dribbling it. This next dude though, if they inserted him into a game, he'd be able to dunk just like his twin. I'm talking about Joel Embiid and Trevor Mbakwe. Trevor actually averaged a double-double in other basketball leagues, so if you insert him onto the Sixers, when Joel Embiid has an injury like a meniscus tear, he might just play very similarly. Now, on to the last dude for the day, Stephen Curry. We all know Steph Curry has a little brother named Seth Curry, but we gotta be honest, they really don't look much alike. So a couple years ago, DeMarcus Cousins wasn't satisfied with this, and he did what any good friend would do. He went out and found Steph's lookalikes.
I don't know which one is which. Oh no. The real Smash Brother and other Smash.
Look at these guys. Not only is it Curry's long-lost twin brother, but there are two of them. Man, I'm not sure how good these two guys are at basketball, but we gotta put them into Warriors workouts and see if they're good enough to be bench players or something. Can you imagine these two dudes being on the floor at the same time with the real Steph Curry? That'd be the ultimate diversion because people wouldn't know which is the real one, and they might double team one of these dudes by accident. Anyway, guys, I don't think we'll ever see anyone to look more like Curry than these two dudes. But you want to know something else as well? I think there are some records that will just never be broken again in the NBA. Are you curious about what records are unbreakable? If you said yes, then click this video here, where I list some of the records that just can't be broken. Impossible. Never. Never, ever, ever. Anyway, it's a crazy video, guys. Click it, watch it, and I'll see you on the other side.